Greetings, good people. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for watching. I would like to encourage you to like, subscribe and share this video to as many people as possible. And I pray that even as you watch this video, you will be edified, encouraged, you will be strengthened, and you will keep persisting and not giving up, okay? So thank you so much. We are going to have our guest speaker is Irene Joroge of Zoe Delights. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes,
I'm
and
happy to be here.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to host you.
Thank you.
We are going to be discussing briefly about just mentioning where we started, and just the meat of the discussion is generally the challenges that bakers, all bakers, most bakers if not all, that are actually going through, and especially in this season of the corona pandemic. So please stay tuned to the end. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, anything that you want to share and you feel we need to know or it's going to edify somebody else, please share it at the comments section, and we'll be pleased to read your comments and also respond to what you may be able to respond much later, okay? So karibuni sana, you are welcome. All right, so Irene, tell us, how did you start or where did you start, just briefly?
I started as a home baker, basically. And I had what the most basic things that you can have in a bakery. Because it wasn't a bakery, it was a home.
It's a home baker.
Yes,
in the house.
Yes, in the house.
Family kitchen.
Family kitchen. With basic skills.
I know that you have done that at some point.
Yes. Even writing was a challenge. Everything was a challenge. But look where we are.
Look where we are. I also started, I relate to that part because I also started as a home baker with all the struggles in the world and the children in the house, children poking clients' cakes, you know, and you don't give them, they welcome you to poke the cakes with them, you know, and just smile with them. And bake again. All right. So I also started as a home baker 5 years ago, and it's not been a smooth journey. No. It's not been easy. let's be real. It's not been smooth. It's not been easy. But we have come this far because of persistence, deciding not to give up, learning on the go, consulting others, and those are the things. Some of the things that we're going to be discussing.
Greatest challenge during this season: orders not coming as normal. Because now the way they would come before, weddings, like we had booked weddings, we had birthdays and events booked because of numbers. And now people are not meeting in big numbers. So that means smaller cakes. That means fewer cakes because first there was a panic in the country, and that caused the orders to just lack.
People had to save their money because now cakes are not a priority anymore.
Was the importance.
And food. eating. Everybody's just eating. You know.
So basically, that was the biggest challenge, the major challenge, the cancellation of the cakes. And this is a business. It needs income so that it can be able to sustain.
You have employees.
You have rent.
You have
bills to pay, and also food to buy because that's your bread. That's your daily bread.
Yes, true.
So that was the major challenge.
We also experienced, I really relate to that too, because we really experienced a lot of like suddenly all of a sudden just clients withheld orders. And cake was no longer a priority. It was no longer a necessity. It was no longer something that people wanted to budget for. And I think also because of fear and panic, people didn't know how this is gonna go, and how long. And so the first instance, the first reflex would be save the money. So we also got that challenge. We had, like in April, we had 6 wedding cakes. And they were all postponed. They were all postponed. And you see, it's a good thing.
They don't know what date.
And you see, the challenge here is, yes, it was postponed, but remember they had made deposits, we had bought several stuff, and as time goes in this corona pandemic, the money that was left was also used. And the time is coming and the 6 wedding cakes will need to be baked. And you consumed all the money. So it's also a challenge, the postponing, because it goes off the budget, it just goes against every plan you have. Those are some of the challenges we also faced. And of course we had to think of solutions. Tell me what it was hard. It was like these solutions don't come on silver platter.
No. First of
what do you do?
First of all, you sit and pray. And meditate. First of all, so that you can sink in And then now wake up to the reality. Look, we can't be there all the while sulking, thinking about self-pity for how long?
Yes.
Food needs to be put on the table, life has to go on. The first thing we did was, for myself personally, was seek counsel, coaches. So it's important to have right coaches, spiritual coaches, so that they can also guide you, because there's something they see that you don't see. And also prayerfully, thinking through things.
Yes.
And also on top of that, boldness, stepping out in boldness. For me, the fear of putting YouTube, like looking for other avenues so that you're able to adapt easily. Now, that one for me was boldness, just to step out and say, okay, what else can I do out of my thinking and my way of doing things, so that I also can have ripple effect. So for me, that was big for me.
You know, you're speaking about the coaches, and I'm thinking you need to have spiritual coaches.
Yes.
You need to have professional coaches.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So those that are in line, that have gone ahead of you, they have succeeded, they've been able to counter these hurdles, overcome these hurdles, certain hurdles in life. They would have a tip or two.
Absolutely.
And then your spiritual coaches, you don't leave those behind. Okay? Yes, because they also have a gracing of oversight over you. So you have to keep seeking counsel. And why I really, we actually fellowship together at the Joshua Generation Trust. And let me just take this moment briefly to acknowledge and appreciate our spiritual coaches, Apostle Nim Murakinyo, Apostle Prophetessa Murakinyo, Apostle Eric Kibuga, and Prophet Susan Kibuga. Thank you so much, and we pray that even as you have watered so many generations, we pray that the Lord will water you, will provide you everything you require part time. So thank you so much. We really appreciate, and we don't take that for granted, because we have learned a lot. And
you
guided us, you counseled us.
That part of stepping out in boldness. Also learning to adapt.
And excellence.
Excellence.
Oh, our coaches, they are not slow on excellence.
Our God is excellent.
It's true.
So also another thing I learned also is being willing to adapt and adapt quickly. So that's for me. By the way, even we have a YouTube channel called Already Light. You can also like, subscribe, share, check us out. Stepping out, even with what we have, we just decided, you know what, the lighting is okay, it's not, let's first run in as we keep perfecting.
We'll grow as we go.
Because that's the thing, when you step out in boldness, you keep walking. And then just the way we started baking from the house. Now we are not in the house. So that's a beautiful thing, to step out in boldness, to learn how to adapt.
I was also thinking of, you had to think outside the box. Absolutely. Because the world stands upside down, and things are not just the normal way of living, or the normal way of operational dynamics. So you have to think big, you have to think out of the box, creatively. So like for instance, for us, we don't have, we realize now, like walk-ins coming to get cakes. They just went, they just disappeared. There were no walk-ins, and you're like, we need a stream, a constant, continuous stream of income. And so we had to go now full force into, I've been on social media, but now you had to go an extra effort. And that's how we even decided, you know what, let's open YouTube. Because the world is gradually going and graduating to, changing lanes. And now it's digital era. So you have to think as a baker, how do you translate all your cooking, your baking, all things you're doing? How do you take it to the social media? Because that is where the sales are. That's where life is right now.
You can't be left behind.
So you have to think in that way. And sometimes you find yourself that even thinking out of the box, you even don't know what to think.
Because it's new. It's new. You're not used to it. You're used to phone calls, people coming, but they're not coming.
They're not coming anymore. Even
they don't want to come.
Yes.
So they need solutions to their life. So even for bakers out here, let's think outside the box. Let's have solutions. Don't quit because things have been really hard. And don't think about what everyone else has is what you don't have. If you started with a muiko, or you're still using that muiko and
that wooden cooking spoon.
The wooden cooking spoon. Sorry, I said it in Kiswahili. Let's think from the level that you are in. Just run your path and run your race and keep on your niche. focus on your niche, focus on your right clients, and then do what you can with what you have. If you have a small smartphone like this, use it to the fullest.
It's true.
You don't have to save up for another fast. Like push with what you have.
True. I'm also thinking in line with that, the way you have so many plans, and this was like your super plan A,
Absolutely.
And sometimes that plan A fails miserably because you are in the plan, you're in the process of maybe even executing, and then Corona
hit.
And then now your plan A just goes like that, and water under the bridge, you know. So what I say is, what I always like thinking is that if plan A doesn't work, there's 25 more alphabets that you can work with, so go to plan B, go to plan Z, so you don't give up, you don't quit because plan A did not work. So always ask, okay, so what's the next step? Have your baker friends, the people you're close to, talk. What are the challenges you're going through? You will be amazed that maybe the solution you're looking for, or the answer and the idea you're looking to join the dots in and get your light bulbs on, is just 4 or 3 people away from you.
Because of also unity.
Yes.
It's not always about me,
myself and I.
It's not that I'm building for myself only. So it's that thing of also thinking about each other. Because we keep uplifting each other. What you know is not what I know. Your strengths are not my strengths. So imagine coming together
and we need bakers, we need to be united. And you just brought up a very, very important point. There's this unhealthy competition, because there's good competition that builds and edifies each other, but there's that negative competition where you're looking out to slice the other baker, let them drop down so that you can be the rising star. That should not be your goal. That should not be your desire and your driving force within you. Because let me tell you, a candle does not go off by lighting another. It actually shines brighter because it kind of releases excess wax, and when it goes back, it shines even brighter. But I think this is a revelation that most bakers have not grasped. So you will find that sharing pointers, sharing ideas of how you're tackling challenges is not exactly the normal thing that goes on, but it's something that we need to change, because where there is unity, God commands a blessing.
Solution is, first of all, it's here. It's a mindset of first being bold about it and being sure of yourself. You know, the way when I started, I was so shaky. I wasn't sure of myself. I wasn't confident enough about my kids. It's people who would say, oh my goodness, your kids are amazing, which is true, by the way. But then that confidence, self-confidence in yourself, to just push this thing. And see how far, because you push your part, then God now pushes the rest. So it's a part of just encouraging yourself,
doing all to stand, from within yourself.
Get up, and now with what you have, what can you do? Is it your neighbors that you need a WhatsApp group? Is it people that just your networks, you need to do a short training or something that will build you up and also now encourage you to and catapult you to the next level. For me, it's that part of now boldness and being confident.
And even in line with being bold, you need to be bold about sharing.
That's a lesson for me also.
Be bold about desiring to better the other person. Because I am telling you, it's better to give than to receive. The more you give, you see, in the world, logically, the more you give, the more you're taking away from your account.
It's minus.
But it is a principle that works, has worked for me, has worked for you. We really share a lot with Irene. And if I feel that one of our cakes has an issue somewhere, like Irene, I call her, check this out, do this, would you try this because I think it will look better. How does that reduce me? Tell me.
It actually makes you a better person.
We need to ask ourselves, why are we doing what we do? Am I doing to be an inspiration, to be that person that people look up to for help, people look up to for solution, because you're that person, because of impact.
And then after you, and then there has to be a flow and
and a ripple effect. What I know, and I have done it like a lifestyle, I do give a lot. So many things in so many ways, but in this case, I also share a lot of ideas where I can, when I can. And I realize it doesn't reduce me. And you know, the more you release,
keep growing,
the more you get.
And you keep growing, and you keep learning, you get better because you're getting better, and then you're interacting with others who are also giving you their strength,
Yes.
and then you're giving them their strength. So
Yes.
you won't be at the same place.
You will not.
So that's another thing. Let's learn to be people who love to share
Yes.
ideas. If you're saying your
Africa is struggling.
comrade is struggling, come on, just psych them up, encourage them to grow and build. If it's like books, how is a baker doing their accounts? Don't be shy. Let's speak out, because some people, for me, sometimes I feel, hey, the baker's struggling, but no one is willing to share.
Yes.
So if you're not sharing, no one will help you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also want to put a disclaimer on that,
Yeah.
because so many people also like freebies.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there's also a
No,
place
there's a
where you
balance.
strike a
Yeah,
balance.
there's a balance.
So you're not just expecting to
Free
hand out.
Yes.
You need to show effort. You need to
Yes.
appreciate that person who has, worked on that thing, perfected
Come for
it.
training.
Come for training.
That training is available.
Do you realize
Yeah.
that as much as you charge how to train someone,
Yes.
the fee you charge, do you know it is not proportional to the priceless
Absolutely.
knowledge
And
that
skill.
and skill that person
Yeah.
passes to you?
Yeah.
And this is something they have done over time, perfected
Yes.
over the years. They have paid money, they have invested so
It's
that they
exactly
can be
what
at
people-
exactly. So also just to strike a balance,
Yeah.
appreciate people's efforts. I think I can
Yes.
share, I will share it.
Yes.
It's something you need to come for training, appreciate that
Absolutely.
investment.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that also. People
Yeah.
to be trained. Come for training.
Mhm.
Also tell people about training. For the people who do training, so that they can also
Yes.
get the income,
Yes.
get the business. It's not, so that it's not a selfish
It's
thing.
true, it's
Yeah.
true.
So that's
So that's basically it. We would like to talk a lot. There's a
No.
lot. We can be here till eternity.
Yeah.
But I want to take this opportunity to thank God
Yes.
for inspiration.
Yes.
You've been inspired in one way or another. So step out. So we say, and I'm saying this to say that in the process of this journey, we have gone through so many challenges,
Yeah.
but we have not stopped.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
We have always looked for a way forward. We have asked our coaches,
Yeah.
what do you think about this?
Yes.
They may not be bakers,
Yes.
but by the Spirit of God and the gracing of oversight on them, they have wisdom. They get wisdom, they give inspiration.
Yes.
You pray, you get inspired. You get an action to do something.
Yeah.
Do it.
Absolutely.
You get an action, you need to move this way. Don't stop.
Yes.
Something you try, it backfires,
Try
you
again.
don't quit.
How do you
try
quit if
again.
a cake sings? You can't.
You can
The
quit.
client is waiting.
You have to go back into the
Yeah.
drawing board and find out what went wrong and step up. Dust
Yeah.
yourself up and carry
Yes.
on and do what you're required to do. Do all to stand.
Yeah.
And when you've done that,
Yeah.
let God be.
Amen.
Because He's also a reward of those that diligently
Diligent.
seek Him, and every laborer is worthy of their wages.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
also, keep in mind those principles so
Yeah.
that you're not running on empty tank.
And then also you're not doing a rat race.
You're
You're
not
focusing on your own race.
Or trying to compare yourself with
Compare
another
yourself,
baker.
Yes. No, it's not for comparison.
You have your race.
Yes.
You have where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Take up steps that you're supposed to take up. Don't give up. Always look outside the box.
Yes.
Always adapt into the new thing so that you're not left behind.
Adapt.
Seek counsel.
Yes.
All right. So we've done so many things. We have mentioned so many things, and I pray that they've been edifying. And if you liked this video and if you felt encouraged in one way or another, please remember to leave a comment, ask a question,
Yes.
say anything that may also encourage another person. And until next time, bye.
God bless
And
ya.
God bless you. Happy baking, happy decorating.